Alright, Gabby, let's take a look at your essay. MLA format first. This looks good. Everything over here looks good. This is a pretty weak title. It's essentially what your topic is. We won't work on that. Alright, as we look at your conclusion, one thing that I just want to bring up is you really got to reread some of these sentences because I think they can be reworded a little bit better. Things like I think what you meant to say is the glamorous life, the fans, and the fortune that you dream of doesn't come easy. And you may become the most famous star out there right next to your favorite. I'm assuming you mean your favorite actor. But it's not really clear. But there's work to begin even thinking about the same fame just yet. Or about the fame just yet. So maybe... But you'll have work to do before you can even think about sharing the same space as, Brad Pitt, something like that. So I think you just can reword a lot of these sentences. And this sentence kind of really jumps right into your topic, almost like your title does. I think you can add something here at the beginning before you jump into this. And we're phrases like the fame world. I just feel like I know you're trying to reword rich and famous, but it just sounds awkward. So find a different way. Popular moneymaker scale, again, is kind of an awkward phrase. You just want to rewrite some of those. So you introduce your topic, you have your main points, and this is your whole thesis statement here, which nearly takes up half of your introduction. So basically your points are: start a YouTube channel, get bigger celebrities, lead to meetings, act in a huge blockbuster film with a bunch of other famous movie stars. But there's no real theme yet. There's no real meat to this thesis statement. So you're going to have to add something in there that's more about the theme of all of these main points together. Alright, so you're going to start a YouTube channel. First, comma, you want to start a YouTube channel. And make sure you understand, too, topic sentence. You want to have more than just the step. You want to have what its significance is, what it might lead to, something like that. And you got to add, and kind of a whole thing about your body paragraph here. You got to add some specific details that it's going to set yours apart, like trends, like you talk about. Write a short skirt on a trend that may be going on in the world. Okay, well, give me an example of something that's going on right now that I could write about that's a trend. So entertainment videos get 9,816 views per video on the bigger scale. I don't know what the bigger scale means. Like the top rated video gets 9,800 views a day. I don't know what that means. Remember, end punctuation after you cite goes right here. Okay, same thing with down here. You didn't put a period at the end there. But again, it's just random information. You can either act yourself or bring in people. You can use social media, but you don't say what. You use good statistics. I like the statistics that you use. You can be serious or you can be funny. You will have 1 million views by the next day it is up. That's actually kind of funny because, if you're just a schlup, who knows? But, it fits well with maybe a voice that you're trying to portray. Now you're becoming a trend, so at least you brought it back into it, which is fine. And you have a transition at the end, so that's good. Into the next paragraph, but again, try to add some more details. Make your paper, set it apart from other people's. All right. See, in this paragraph, you actually get into the idea of, some details in here. I said Brad Pitt would get hold of you, so there you go. So the next step is celebrities noticing you, but I noticed when I was looking at it, most of your talk in here, or most of your stuff in here, is about the meeting itself, which is actually the next step. I would focus just on this about just about the kind of celebrity interaction that you're going to get. Is all these celebrities are going to be praising you, they're going to be saying nice things about you, and then save all of this basically for your meeting. And some of these you can even take out. I mean, you take a long time, basically say Brad Pitt will set up a meeting with you. I mean, you don't necessarily have to go, well, let him set up the meeting and let him buy the plane ticket. And, after I just told you to add lots of details, I know that sounds hypocritical, but some of these details they don't necessarily stick out. They're not important to the whole piece. So I would focus this one more on, and you actually have plenty of room. So maybe, taking out a bunch of this and just saying the next step is a celebrity setting up a meeting with you. And then that next one can be a little bit of this and a little bit of this together. So maybe something to think about with organization. Now that I go through this paragraph, I definitely would encourage you to combine the last two paragraphs, eliminate a lot of the last one before you get into here. All right. I guess I'm losing you a little bit with this paper, Gabby, as far as being steps. I mean, I understand most of this is a step, like you're gonna set up a meeting, but this is more like advice on what it's almost like a story. It's not like here's what you need to do. You're just saying he will take you to the city, you'll be approached by people, tell them you're with Brad Pitt. I don't know. I just feel like it's more like just a story and less like here's the steps to be successful. And I think maybe the point of it is this step is essentially out of your control. Like this isn't about you. This whole thing is about Brad. Like Brad's housemate is going to do this. Then he's going to take you on the full, see this is another phrase, full lifestyle tour. I mean, he's going to take you on his tour of his house, but you want to observe things that are in his house, which makes sense. But I don't know. I'm getting lost a little bit in how this is a step. Because you start off by saying you need to make sure you look professional and presentable, but the whole thing is about going to see Brad. I don't know. Anyways, phrases like you need to go to the meeting building, that doesn't make any sense. He telling you with Brad Pitt and that he flew you out to talk with him about your viral videos of you acting on your channel. You can condense this language down a little bit and use better language too, better word choice here about I don't know, but you can, use a powerful adjective in front of videos or something like that. Get involved with the main point of the subject, which I don't know what that is. Next, you go through the day and watch to see what he buys, eats, and the places he goes. So maybe this step needs to be like observe Brad Pitt, I guess, maybe like, while you're with him, observe how he does this, observe how he goes here, observe how he does this, like basically like mimicking and copying what the celebrity does. I don't know. I think that might be a better step than what you got right now. All right. Again, I think you just need to have a little bit more focus on this paragraph too. Like what is it really this step? I mean, it's essentially to audition, but it's not clear as a topic sentence that that's what it's supposed to do. You go over why you should get an audition for a movie looking for people. That's another awkward phrase. I mean, a lot of the stuff you're going to tell him how you got started. He'll give you a list of movies and their plot ideas. I mean, aside from being like totally not how auditions work, I just think it needs to be, I just feel like it needs to be more of a step. So after you observe Brad Pitt and copy his mannerisms, the next thing you need to do is nail the audition. Here's what you do to nail the audition. You make sure that you do this. You make sure that you do this. You make sure that you do this, etc. Make it less of a story and more of a process of how you do things, not just here's what's going to happen to you. They do not know within 24 hours. After months have passed, yeah, and love your great ability to act so well. I don't know. Just feel like the word choice needs to be better. Okay, with your conclusion, remember we repeat our thesis statement, which your thesis statement was long and huge. We'd love to condense that down too. Then you take a sentence to summarize your main points, which you don't in here. So they're guaranteed to make anyone famous, will make the dreams of anyone who wants to act come true. It's kind of a boring ending there. Works cited page. You did the in-text citation correct in there. You get rid of all of these. Since they're not the author of those websites, you just want to start with these, which is what you used. You did not cap or put in quotation marks of this one up above, so you got to do that. And then they're going to go in alphabetical order by the first thing. So H, M, T will be the order of them when you get all said and done. All right, Gabby. Focus a little bit more on organization and word choice and in your rewrite if you choose to do so.